It looked like he was trying to avoid a shot block. Just go in strong and dunk it.
Turnaround by Day is short. And the ball is going to be out of bounds to the Bulldogs.
Austin Day is really struggling and has been struggling over his last 3 games. He was 9 of his last 29 shots in his last 2 games coming in. And you know, this is a player, Brad, that people have been talking about. Boy, he's a top 10 pick at the end of the year. And I think he's a play. He reminds me a lot of Tayshaun Prince with the build he's got, his ability level. He has got a ton of ability, but he is a long way away from being ready for the next level. And he's got a lot to learn.
His dad, Darren, a good player great player at UCLA. Here he is for 3, and he rattled it home as he overheard when the crowd was hushed what Jay Billis had to say, and he cuts it to 2.
Well, there you can see the talent level he's got. I mean, that young man can play. I mean, what has he got in the game? 5, 6 points?
He's got 6 right now.
And he's too good to be held down to 6 points to this level. I mean, he's got to be more aggressive and work to score.
Tatum drives, rejected in there by Foster. Nice block by the big guy. Chance to tie the game or take the lead. This one's for the lead. Got it. Stephen Gray shocking Thompson-Boling Arena. And Gonzaga back in front by 1.
Well, Cameron Tatum went for that first shot fake and took himself totally out of the play, and Tennessee was in scramble mode. And Matt Bolden was the one that put up that shot fake, and it was very, very effective in transition.
That's the first lead since early in the first half.
Off the ball screen, just passing it to Austin Day, who was wide open. And there you see Cameron Tatum just flying by. Now everybody's got to scramble, and Stephen Gray wide open, able to step into that shot. And the bench of Gonzaga realizing momentum is on their side.
A complete shift. Remember, Gonzaga jumped out 6-0 lead. Before you knew it, it was 8-6 Tennessee, and they had never trailed again until right now. In the first meeting, the second half was big. Gonzaga shot 52% from the floor to only 39% for Tennessee. So now we got a ball game.
Well, Gonzaga in that first meeting shot 11 of 20 against Tennessee from 3. And this is a team that can really spread you out. And Tennessee, a team that is not spreading out as much as they did last year.
Remember, they're a hard team to beat at home. As you look at that 37-game home winning streak. Another one for you. Bruce Pearl is 28-0 against non-conference competition in here. So Tennessee's not used to losing, especially to teams not from the SEC and not on their home floor. And now they find themselves down by 1 with 15-21 left to go. It's Tatum, Tyler Smith, Josh Tabb, Woolridge, and Brian Williams on the floor for Tennessee. Woolridge will try a 3, and he's been short both times he's taken it from the same spot tonight. Rebound Gonzaga.
Nobody from Tennessee got on the floor after that loose ball. A 7-5 guy did.
Here's Day with a hook. Off the glass. Got it.
Now that's the kind of aggressiveness Austin Day needs to show. He ran right to the rim and sealed off his defender and looked for that score. Now that was the play of a big-time player.
There's a kind of hush in Knoxville because Gonzaga now is up by 3.
Fight him for that low position. Brian Williams should have put Austin Day into the 5th row.
Instead, he fouled him, and a chance for a 3-point play. Continuation for Day from that timeout. Rattled out the free throw. So it's still a 3-point game. We're under 15 minutes.
2-3 zone, and Brian Williams trying to screen up top against it.
And Tabb tripped by either Day or Gray, I believe. They're going to call it on Stephen Gray. It'll be his 2nd foul. Don't forget, coming up, doubleheader on Saturday noon. Villanova and Louisville get together. Couple of top 25s, and then Duke and Florida State and Tallahassee at 2. It's presented by 5 Hour Energy on ESPN. Chisholm, everybody getting a tip in there. Somebody's got his hands in the rim. It's going to be goaltending, I think, on Foster.
Now let me guess. It's the 7-5 guy that got his hand in the rim.
I kind of think it was.
I deduced it.
That was that math you were talking about earlier again. See, you can't do that. Who are they going to give credit to? I guess they're going to give it to Chisholm.
Chisholm right now is waving his arms trying to get this crowd, which has been very quiet throughout the game, back into this game.
Came to life for Chisholm. And they're trying to stay that way, especially the student body. Gray will try to quiet him. Nobody goes after the rebound. Tennessee had sealed off the only guy that could have gotten it for the Bulldogs. So the Volunteers this trip can regain the lead. With Jay Billis, I'm Brad Nessler. Sold out house, 22,326. Have been kind of quiet. At times they've had reason to cheer, especially when Tennessee had a big lead in the first half. 7-point lead at halftime, but now Gonzaga has come flying back. Can Tennessee find their groove again? That's not the shot they're looking for.
Pretty good fake, though. He's wide open. I think what they need to do is get the ball into the middle of that lane where it says SEC and engage Will Foster and then kick it to somebody open or kick it along the baseline.
Here's Williams on a double team and left Foster open on the low block. And the big guy goes baseline, just a drop step around Williams and easily scores.
Boy, a great move and terrible defense. Brian Williams is just standing straight up and down. You could see he didn't have any respect for Foster and his ability to make that move. And that was a pretty move by Will Foster.
Yes, it was. 3-point lead.
Wide open in the middle of that zone.
Here's Williams. He's going to try the same move. He's double teamed. It comes out on top to Tab. Missed the three. Strong rebound though by Chisholm.
It was all set up by getting the ball into the middle. The zone collapsed, got the shot, and then the offensive board.
Day for three. Yes. Woo.
Tennessee, not only to win this game, Brad, but to be the best team they can be this year, they've got to start guarding people. I mean, that is way too open in transition. And that's one of the best players on this team, Austin Day, a guy that you don't want to get hot. You've been holding down.
Hobson, again, normally a starter, playing with a case of the flu tonight. Williams rejected. Go bending again on Foster.
Take a look at Will Foster inside when he catches this ball. Williams just playing straight up on him, got to the high side. He just spun off him with a little drop step, and that was just poor defense, but a really nice move. Anytime you get on the high side, you're just going to go low. That was a really effective move by Will Foster.
I think this time Bruce Pearl might have asked the crowd for a little love. Lob underneath. Foster lost the handle. Turnover. Gonzaga. Back comes Mays. Chisholm on the trailer for three. He does that a lot. He missed the shot that would have given Tennessee the lead back.
Tennessee's got to make a stand at some point on the defensive end.
Oh, big shot. It's been all Austin Day this second half for Gonzaga.
He's got his confidence now. They let him get going. And he is a very skilled player that can shoot it. He can put it on the deck. He has not played as well as he's capable of playing over the last 4 or 5 games. You know, coming into this game, you know, Austin Day only had 10 offensive rebounds on the entire season. Wow.
And an offensive foul on Woolridge.
Well, Colvin did a nice job of coming over from the weak side. It looked like he hurt himself when he went down.
Well, Austin Day's been huge in the second half. 10 in this half, and he's got his team in front by 4. This guy's written his own chapter here early in the second half. 10 points in the opening 8.5 minutes for Austin Day, and he's got his team out in front. As Gonzaga was down 7 at the half, now they lead in their second half. Shooting has been a blistering 67%. But unless Tennessee finds somebody to play defense, it might go up instead of down.
Ball screen slipped, and then the second screen by Day is really being held right now by Woolridge. Excuse me, by Hobson.
Pargo gets it over to Bolden. Day asking for it against Tyler Smith. Got to give it up. 6 on the shot clock. Pargo fade away from 18, and he got it. Wow.
I thought the play was to get it back into Austin Day, who did a nice job of kicking it out and reposting, but Jeremy Pargo with a tough shot.
Now Tennessee's got to find some offense as they're down 6. Almost midway through the second half. Chisholm trying to wheel on Heitveld. Up and under with the left hand. Tip is missed. Prince will try again and got it.
Prince has more offensive rebounds than defensive on the season. Long arm, and he goes after it.
Heitveld stripped of the ball, but fouled by Chisholm.
What a nice up fake by Heitveld. You just have to stay solid and make them shoot over. One thing when you're a shot blocker, once you block a couple of shots, you want more, and you've got to wait for the offensive player to leave the floor before you as a defensive player can leave it.
Wayne Chisholm had